Let's close this one out with Saints at Chiefs, the Monday Nighter. Quarterbacks, third worst matchup for Mahomes, middle of the pack matchup for Carr. I think I have Carr all the way at 22, Mahomes all the way down at 13. What do you guys have?
Yeah. Mahomes is at 14, but I have serious questions about that ranking. Mahomes or Deshaun Watson against Washington this week. Mahomes or Caleb Williams against Carolina this week. Mahomes or Trevor Lawrence against Indy this week. These are legitimate concerns. Yeah, he's at 14, but I hate it. On the other end, Derek Carr, no thank you. Even against Kansas City, he's QB 20.
Yeah, the issue for the Saints offense is their line. Since the injury, they lost their center. It's really impacting them because they're not able to get out to these leads and run these play action deep shots, which is what they want to do, and that's how they're super successful. Enter in the Kansas City Chiefs defense with Spagnuolo and the ability to generate pressure up front. Like, that's my concern with Carr. I have Mahomes at QB 16, which is the lowest I've probably ever ranked Mahomes in my life, which is just asinine to talk about, but that's where we're at with him. So I think this game's going to be more of a slugfest, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. I don't mind Carr just because of the wide receivers he has and the upside of them hitting like deep shots down the field because that's what they want to do. But yeah, like I'm not super excited to start either quarterback in this game.
All right, the running backs, worst matchup for Alvin Kamara, middle of the pack, the low end matchup for, I guess, Kareem Hunt as the starter. Kamara is easily my highest ranked guy, but even he's actually still 6. So I don't love the matchup, but I love just his insane pass volume, his insane rushing. Like, he's just getting everything. So you still got to start Kamara. Hunt, I have down at 20. You guys in on Hunt?
At 20, yeah, he's my 22nd ranked running back. It's a tough matchup for him, so just be wary of that. But the Chiefs will move the ball. We know this is the case. Hunt could fall into the end zone, so you kind of bet on that this week. You're going to need to start him most likely. Alvin Kamara, yeah, I have him 6 as well. Just the passing volume is too good. They're going to need him, especially as Carr's being rushed from all angles. He's just going to need to toss it over the defensive line and hit Kamara a few times. So I expect a very good receiving game for Alvin Kamara this week.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he has the best role, and he's overproducing his role in the NFL. It's just pure volume play. That's what it is, because this is not a good matchup at all. But I think Carr's going to have to check down a lot to Kamara in this game because he's going to be under constant pressure. So that's kind of my thought process with Kamara. He's running back 5. Interestingly enough, they started the game out with Steele. He fumbled and was just banished to the bench the entire game, and they let Kareem Hunt take over. So I'm curious to see this game, how it goes for Hunt. Like, I have him at running back 23, but I'm like TBD on that ranking. I don't feel great about it. Because, like, Steele could push more work. The interesting thing, like, they didn't even use P. Ryan last week. They didn't really need him. So I think they're going to feature the running backs in this game. And then, we'll talk about the monster that is Travis Kelce. He's back in our lives. But, yeah, like, I worry about this Chiefs offense this week.
Moving on to the receivers. And this is part of why I have Alvin Kamara so high. It's not a terrible matchup. It's not a great one for Olave. I think Olave, they shut down. The Chiefs with, what do they got back there? Watson, McDuffie, is it Reed back there? They have risen to like Bill Belichick levels of shut down your wide receiver 1. And I think Olave just gets completely shut down. And I think this one is a Kamara Taysom Hill game. So I have him at 17. He's getting lowered down. I think I probably prefer Xavier Worthy. I watch a lot of Saints games. The Saints are pretty prone to mental mistakes and getting beat deep by insanely stupid breakdowns in coverage. So I prefer Worthy this week. But having said that, I might prefer Shaheed most out of all 3. I don't really love any of these guys this week, but I don't really hate any of them either. What do you guys have it?
Yeah, even in a tough matchup, I have Olave and Shaheed above Worthy. I'm just not a believer. I need to see it. I don't think they're really going to change his role much. I think it probably goes a lot to Juju. I think Noah Gray is going to be more involved, as we saw toward the end of the game last week. I just think that's the necessary situation. I mean, Juju can't really work open that much at this stage of his career and lack of giving a crap. So, it's Xavier Worthy or bust there. But I have Olave, then Shaheed, and Xavier Worthy. Shaheed and Xavier Worthy are both high-end wide receiver 3s for me.
Yeah, I like all 3 of the wide receivers in this matchup, the high-end ones. Chris Olave is just a really good wide receiver, hasn't connected. Interestingly enough, Rashid Shaheed's been a guy that I've been pound table for. His target shares for 4 games, 22, 27, 26, 31%. His air yard share been above 46% in every game. Like, he's just been awesome. And he's been like found money. They're really trusting him. So I have him like wide receiver 20. I think one spot above JSN, wide receiver 25. I have Worthy at wide receiver 28 because like this is the game we need to see it from Worthy. Like, now's your chance to take over that wide receiver room and show what you can do. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it or not. Like, he still needs to progress as a wide receiver. We'll see. But I'm interested in it. So I'm fine like playing Worthy. I'm just a little bit. And then I have Juju because of his role. Kind of, they're going to do like just a much worse version of what Rashee Rice does. He's wide receiver 50. It's just like, I guess you could throw him out there, but Juju's just not good, man.
Yeah. Let's close it out with the tight ends. It's the best matchup for Taysom Hill, who I have as tight end 7 on the week because tight end. Middle of the pack matchup as Kelsey, who I have as tight end 1, and the universe is right again. How do you guys have the tight end?
Taysom is 12 for me this week. We'll see if he plays. It looks like he's trending toward playing, but it depends how those ribs respond. And then on the other end, Travis Kelce is my tight end 2. He's just necessary, right? So Travis Kelce, you're firing him up every single week now. You're hoping that the usage looks like it did last week. That remains to be seen. As we talked about, Patrick Mahomes was fitting balls into super tight windows for Kelce. I don't know if that was a product of the defense just keying on him, which they will do every single week, or I don't know if that's a product of him just not being able to get as open as he used to in the past. Whatever the situation is, you fire him up because, as we keep saying, tight end's a dumpster fire. Taysom Hill, I want to start him if he's healthy. He's going to have boom bust weeks, but such is life as a tight end in fantasy.
Yeah, with Taysom Hill, it's all about the injury. If he's not, if he's playing, like, he'll be a top 12 tight end for me. I'm TBD on that. If Juwan Johnson plays without him, he'll be like tight end 20, whatever. Like, it really doesn't matter, unfortunately. Travis Kelce tight end 2. Like, he's back. The first read, everything went. Once Rashee Rice went out, the offense completely shifted, and it was Travis Kelce's offense. So that showed us, like, hey, guess what? Kelce can still do it. To your point, the separation's not great, so we'll see if he's just not as good as he was. I mean, he's like 35, right? So it is what it is. But that type of volume, that role, top 2 tight end, it's just you just trust it.
And that is a wrap on a nasty-looking Week 5 of the NFL. All right, check back tomorrow night. Our next 2 shows are Devy or college shows. So tomorrow night, Devy's got his SC's got his Devy show. Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, he has his college game day show going right up till kickoff. You guys, I think, are going live at some point Saturday. I think it was 3 o'clock last week with the roundtable. Mm-hmm. Not sure if you guys are doing it again at 3. That's when I have it scheduled, or if I'm doing it later. And then Sunday, we are back for a live sit-start show at 11:30. So thank you all for tuning in, and check back for those shows over the weekend. Take care, everyone.